What's up, and welcome to the unemployment vlog. I am your host, Brandon Kennedy. I'm gonna have to say, excuse the background and the lighting and the rocking camera. Once again, we're still in that mode where we're recording wherever we can find a minute to and find the space to. So right now I'm up in a room and I got a little makeshift lighting going on, so that's why kind of half my face is like that. Anyways, we're just gonna let it be. But before we do, I did want to do this. Just, yeah, yeah. Just look at that. That's crazy. Anyways, today on the vlog, I was gonna go into a communities part 2 discussion, but instead I wanted to talk about something a little bit different because BlizzCon started yesterday and it's going on through the weekend. And one of my former favorite games, oh my gosh, if I move into the light right there, I just go from pale to all saturated. Whew, that's going to take getting some used to. Alright, gonna stay still for this thing. Anyways, one of my favorite games, World of Warcraft, got a bunch of announcements announced for it. And nobody likes that word, announcements. But anyways, they got a bunch of updates announced, and I have always loved the Warcraft franchise. I played Vanilla WoW, I played Burning Crusade WoW, I played Wrath of the Lich King, I played half a Cataclysm before I quit. I didn't play Pandas or Warlords of Draenor, but I did play Legion, and I really enjoyed that. Just once you got to some of the later parts of Legion, and this is just a problem WoW has in general as a structure of a game, it felt like a job. Now, I don't particularly like the gameplay of World of Warcraft. My favorite thing about World of Warcraft is the world and the lore they've built around it. It is probably one of the most lore intensive, like just best games to sit and just go through the Wikipedia and see all the events and everything that's happened in the world, and just the storyline and the constant strings of conflict they pull from all the different characters, races, and classes, and everything interacting with each other. Like, it's phenomenal. I really don't think I've played another game that touches the quality of WoW's storyline. That said, I think WoW's gameplay is awful. I think the mechanics, the system of just their baseline MMO, it's terrible. So many aspects of that game, and this is just how it's developed, are made to just keep drawing you in and keep ticking that part of your mind that says, hey, you need to play, you need to play, you need to play. Whether you're enjoying it or not, you need to play, you need to play. And it really becomes like a job. But the reason why I wanted to talk about World of Warcraft today is because as a fantasy enthusiast, I really think probably the two biggest fantasy mediums we have in the world for medieval fantasy, like high fantasy fiction, would be World of Warcraft and Lord of the Rings. It's the only two things I can think of that have transcended multiple genres as far as books, comic books, video games, and movies. Game of Thrones is kind of huge, but that one you're kind of still sitting with books and TV shows. I guess, was there a Game of Thrones video game? If it was definitely not as huge as World of Warcraft or any of the Lord of the Rings video games. And maybe those Lord of the Rings video games are a conversation for another episode, but Lord of the Rings MMO, the Two Towers and Return of the King's GameCube game, took up a lot of years of my high school career. Anyways, though, I don't think we really have anything that encapsulates the essence and the awesomeness of the fantasy genre as well as those two series. And one of my biggest projects that I've been working on and there might be some videos or something for it, is a series called The Ilderon Tales. And oh yeah, I'm playing it as a D&D campaign, and it's literally all over my YouTube. I highly suggest don't going and checking out that those campaign sessions. They are extremely long, and I don't edit them. There's lots of pregnant pauses like that. I know that was very uncomfortable. 3-second uncomfortable pause. I suggest you try it sometime. Anyways, though, I've been working on a fantasy world with a huge amount of lore into it to tell one of these, gigantic, huge, world-changing stories, and that's going to be a goal of mine to find out how to get that into multiple genres. Oh my god, and their dog's barking. All right, this episode is not going like I wanted it to, but not really worth re-recording it. Thinking to Sunday we'll kind of recap everything that I went over this week. I want a huge amount of these videos to be actionable, so you'll have some tips and things that you can go and click and just like, oh man, this is how I do this, and it's actually something that helps me. Anyways, as far as back on subject for this, World of Warcraft, world building, I love that. That is my gin and juice. That is my cocaine. That is my crack. I will just world build the mess out of a fantasy universe. So if that is a subject that does interest you guys as a video series, I would love to sit down and make that. It might be one of the first big series I made. I pitched a bunch of ideas, so I think that's a good place to leave at the end of this week. And I'm kind of getting my jam on in my head, because like ideas are rolling now. So I think we started off last week with the story structure idea. Then I had a few more actionable tips and things that I wanted to give out. If you guys have any that I've discussed already that you want more in depth on, comment on them and I will make that video. We're gonna have like a 30-minute discussion about something soon, very soon. Hey, I might even stream it live. I can do that. Anyways, sorry that this one was so scatterbrained. This was kind of spur of the moment. Update on the NaNoWriMo goal. Yesterday I did miss my goal. I came home and started writing after volleyball, and I got up to 1,550 words, which means I was 110 words short of hitting the 1,660 that you need to hit every day. Which means I have to make that up today. Today I have been writing, and I'm at 500 words because I spent a lot of time just thinking about where the story's going. That's just an update to keep me honest. I'm not writing as much as I should be, and I need to write more. There was one other thing I wanted to update on, but talking about oh yes, communities. So tonight I am going to an NAACP cocktail dinner to meet and talk with some people about some of the political issues going on in the Black community. So that's going to be hyper interesting. And if I learn anything, hey, I'll put it out as a video series here. Or not a video series, a vlog topic. 10 minutes. Anyways, first video that's going to land under 10 minutes. Like, comment, subscribe. Not going to post all the floaty stuff. Appreciate you guys listening. Sorry for the awful quality of this, the dogs barking and the rocking camera like that. Next one I'll try and record in the morning when the house is empty, so we'll have a good steady thing going on. Anyways, have a great evening. Thank you for watching.